YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So it would seem as though Meghan and Harry are coming under fire with slurs of embezzlement claims by a UK publication called The Express. So I'm sure you guys will remember that back in March, right around the time that Meghan and Harry actually concluded their last royal engagements, they wrapped up the Sussex Royale brand when they were told by the Queen that they could no longer use the word royal in their personal branding. And what actually happened, this is what I read this morning, was that the money that they had held within the Sussex Royal brand has now been funneled into the Travalyst charity. Well, it was formerly a charity, but it's now a limited company. That's something that Harry done while he was concluding his duties as a senior member of the royal family. I find this quite disturbing information because we know that Meghan and Harry really do like to live an extremely lavish lifestyle, and we know that they seem to have resented any charity work that they was asked to do. A lot of the work that they was meant to do, they ducked out of. They spent most of their time on holiday, flying around on fancy private planes, and Meghan spent an exorbitant amount of money on shoes, clothes and bags and luxurious experiences with her friends, including the very expensive baby shower, which cost to the sweet sum of at least £75,000 just for the rental of the conference room at the hotel. So it would seem as though Meghan and Harry's Travalyst company, well specifically the Duke's Travalyst company, seems to now be holding any of the funds raised from Sussex Royale to the total of at least minimum £300,000. I just think that is absolutely disgusting. I'm going to get into the article here. Meghan and Harry pump thousands from royal charity into limited company. And that's the title of the article. You can look it up yourself. They have pumped thousands of pounds originally from a royal charity into a limited company owned by the Duke. The couple's non-profit organisation Sussex Royale and sustainable travel initiative Travalyst received a huge payout last year from the charity they ran with William and Kate. The Royal Foundation was jointly run by the Cambridges and the Sussexes until Meghan and Harry split from it last summer. And finalising that separation involved a payout to the Sussexes' own charity. An unrestricted grant of £145,000 was given to Sussex Royale to facilitate the setup of the new charity, and the £144,000 of the grants were paid to Travalyst. A source has told Express that all Sussex Royale funds will be transferred to Harry's sustainable tourism initiative Travalyst. However, Travalyst was registered as a limited company on April 3rd this year. According to Companies House, Harry owns at least 75% of the shares in Travalyst. The source confirmed that paperwork has been filed to formally close down Sussex Royale, which will appear on the online public record in the coming days. They added that the charity will enter a period of solvent liquidation, during which the trustees will step down from their roles except for Harry, who will remain as the director and trustee until the process is complete. Now, everyone is fully aware of the remarkable change in Harry, the way in which he turned against his family, turned against the very essence of who he is, turned against the British public, started spewing poison out against us, calling us negative, calling us racist, bigoted, prejudiced against his wife. I really do fear for Harry, and I really am sad that he has chosen to go down this very dark path of lying, colluding, scheming. He doesn't have to do that. Harry, you are a natural born royal. Money will flow into your hands. But it seems as though, under the influence of Meghan Markle, and this is just my personal opinion, Harry has turned into something else. He's definitely changed as a person, and all of this is completely unnecessary. Now, we know during the pandemic, Meghan and Harry only donated £90,000, which was actually raised through the broadcast of their wedding. They didn't take any money from their personal private funds to help out, but yet they have so much. But with Meghan Markle's desire to lead such an extravagantly lavish lifestyle, it would seem as though nothing is enough, and she wants it all to herself. Now, I'm not directly saying that they have taken this money and they're spending it on Meghan Markle's lifestyle, her shoes, her clothes, the private planes, jewelry, Lord knows. I'm not saying that, but the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. It looks as though their life has become unsustainable. It definitely looks as though they are living well beyond their means. They didn't do anything for anyone under the Sussex Royale brand, really. They didn't donate anything, to my knowledge. And they haven't done anything under Travalyst. Now, I know there's been a pandemic, but Travalyst is about travel, and it is about the environment and being as eco-friendly as possible. The travel industry is completely flat right now. It's dead until further notice, until things start picking up, people start building up trust, because even myself, I was looking into booking a short trip, but I'm still worried about the pandemic. I'm still worried about this thing that is floating around in the air. So I haven't taken that leap of faith. I know that as a consequence, the travel industry is suffering because people are very, very cautious. They're cautious. But you would think that this would be a time for Meghan and Harry to promote their sustainable consciousness, to promote their eco-friendly initiative. But they're not. What they've done is set up a limited company, and this is what I'm going to get into here. All the money currently held under Sussex Royale name will be moved to Travalyst. Travalyst is now operating as an independent non-profit based in the UK, and all assets from Sussex Royale will transfer over. However, the business model is very vague, and there are no known services or sponsored projects from Travalyst or indeed from Sussex Royale before it was closed. It is unclear what exactly Travalyst will be doing with the nearly £300,000 it has now received from the Royal Foundation once the Sussex Royale funds are transferred. Travalyst has been listed as a limited company and not as a charity, with no indication as to what exactly the money from the Royal Foundation will be used for. And it is very sad that they've chosen to do this. The fact that they have registered Travalyst as a limited company really does speak volumes. It's very hard for the media and for the public to really gauge exactly what the royals do with all of this funding that they receive year in, year out, all of this wealth that they've been able to accumulate from the public's generosity. It makes us heavily reliant on their goodwill and good nature to do the right thing and to really not take advantage of the public's funding and not take advantage of the generosity of the benefactors who send money to their various charitable organisations that they own, that they endorse and that they support. Being a royal comes with a great amount of responsibility, and it also requires a very distinct integrity and genuine character. Meghan and Harry thus far seem to have fallen short of a lot of those things. They haven't demonstrated that they have those qualities, and that's why it's very disturbing and worrying to know that they have had all of this money and they are doing with it as they will, which from the looks of it, from the outside, and this is just from a normal person looking from the outside in, it seems that they are using it for their own personal self-interest and self-gain. It's quite tragic, really. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go and I'll be back for another video. Bye, guys.